Welcome guys to the channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it. So we're in the 9th house, the house of Sagittarius, the house of spiritual growth, one of my favorite subjects. Also in the house of Sagittarius is philosophy, foreign travel, religion, laws and ethics, higher education, and experience through expansion. So that's just some of the things that are in the 9th house. If you don't have anything in the 9th house, this still might be a good reading for you. But if you do, even better. Alright, we're going to go down to the singing bowl, you guys. You'll have the option to skip over this in the description. We're going to do our little prayer, and then we're going to get into the reading. I am doing a 6-card elemental spread, and we're doing the kind of the bridging energy between the upper energy and the kind of background energy, surface and background, and then the middle. It is a little bit of a longer reading, but we go into depth, so that's good. Let's go down to the singing bowl and start our little meditation here. All right, Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, and unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy, guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let's get that adjusted. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, House of Sagittarius. So we're going to start with our elemental spread, you guys. First card out is going to be the Earth element, and this is the issue. The matter, the physical issue that we're going to be talking about. Ooh, transformation, death and rebirth. Some things dying in your life, some things coming into. Letting old things go so that new things can grow. That is the death card, you guys. That's beautiful energy to start with. And it's starting between this, a new moon. So just this last phase, I feel like, of the moon. Till this next full moon, which is in Pisces, you guys, on the 30th, 31st. So a lot of transformation going on right now. A lot of letting things go, letting things die that need to, so that new things can grow. Also using the old things, the things in your life that you've learned from, allowing those things to nurture and grow and like become fertile lessons for this new, the new trying to grow. That's another thing I get with the death card. Okay, let's see how this is feeling in the water element. Okay, so it could be some relationships, maybe some friendships, some stuff like that that you're releasing even. This did come out reversed. So this could be, you know, some, and you know, I always look at the 3 of water as kind of soul tribe, or like, you know, close friends. This can be friends, family. This could be anything where you, it's like, feels kind of like not coming together with those people, with it being reversed, but it could be opposite, you guys. It just depends on if you even do reversals or not. But when I see it, I will say it. So there is the air element, and this would be how it's making you think, like what your thoughts are about this. It's like you're letting some old friendships, old relationships go, possibly, Sagittarius here. How are you thinking about this? What are your thoughts? The Magician. That's good energy to have. It's, you know, you're using your mind to use the tools that you've gained to cut relationships out, and in order for new relationships to come in. That's what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of trying to manifest something. Definitely trying to create something new. Let's go to the fire. This is what you need to surrender, Sagittarius. You could be using this as a tool. This is like this. You could just be separating yourself from groups, people. I'm almost feeling hermiting, but it's not. It's kind of doing a lot of thinking and maybe evaluating the things that you've learned, the things that you've released, the things that you need to release. Some of those being maybe close relationships or people you would like to work with and aren't working with, and you're trying to manifest that. We got the skill. This is the Page of Earth coming out in the reversed. Okay, and this is what you need to release. So this, okay, so this is kind of, you could be holding yourself back from contributing to something here, emotionally. Like you're emotionally not putting yourself into something, or this could be relationships, friendships, groups, work maybe. It's just kind of keeping yourself separate from like the emotional like attachment to it. But it's like not putting all of your tools to work in the with the Magician here. It's like there's something here I feel like you want to work on. It could be in relationships, it could be in friendships, it could be in work, you guys, but there's something here you're not moving towards that you possibly could be. Yes, collaboration. This is working with others. So it's like, I don't feel like you're working with others right now, Sagittarius. I feel like you're kind of on your own in this. And you know, during death and rebirth, it can be a grueling process to release things, decide what it is we need to release. There's a lot going on in this death card, in her abdomen, and this is, and it's interesting because, you know, she's getting ready to give birth. Literally, there's a baby in there, a fetus, but there's also like this feeling of not maybe collaborating with others about the project or the thing you're trying to create. It's almost like doing it behind the scenes. And this is what needs to be surrendered. So, or embraced. We will get more on this. I like to say surrendered or embraced because it can be either or. But it's saying you aren't moving towards a group, especially like towards working with others and investing yourself emotionally into something, or even putting like effort, physical effort or work towards group situations. You could just be really doing you right now. Under that, yeah, the Two of Cups reverse. So yeah, there could be some disconnect from relationships right now, or a relationship, but this is coming through as more than one relationship. And it's like you're not putting your full like energy, everything into it. This Magician and the mind, or excuse me, yeah, the mind space. It's like you're trying to figure out how to, it feels like you're trying to use all of your skills to figure out how to invest yourself in something or be a part of something, but you're just not, it's just not happening right now. Let's get, okay, and then we got what's in the heart, and this came out reverse too. It's the Two of Fire, and to me, I'm getting a lot of unfocused energy. This could be because you have a lot going on physically with the death and rebirth. There's a lot of stuff here between the last new moon and this full moon coming in. So this is a really intense, death is a really intense energy to deal with. It's like you can feel old things like dying and new things kind of being birthed within. This could literally be new stuff happening around you too that's changing your life. You're changing your, and it's just kind of forcing you into like a cocoon state. But there's a lot of thinking going on here about and it's almost like unfocused. It's unfocused thinking is what I'm getting. So it's really there's a feeling here of not being able to focus because there's a lot going on, and also like feeling that way, like knowing that you're not focusing your energy towards a certain direction. Now, whether this is intentional or not, it is here, and we will get an overall culmination of these energies. It feels like there's a lot going on, and maybe you don't have a clear goal on what you want to invest in right now, and that's what you're trying to figure out. With the Magician here, you're trying to use your heart, your head, your spirit. You're trying to bring it all together so you can make up your mind on what to invest yourself in. If you want to invest yourself in these friendships, relationships, this job, whatever, as you're letting things, releasing things, letting new things be born, it's kind of thinking like, what do I want to move towards now is what I'm getting. And the overall is adaptability. A lot of twos in your guys' reading, okay? You got well, you got the Death card, you got the Three of Cups, you got the Three of Pentacles on the bottom. This is a lot of energy being felt about other people, and like what you're going to move towards but not moving towards it, what you want to focus on but not necessarily feeling focused on it. Adaptability. This is the overall energy. This is like a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. There's a feeling of here of just you trying to stay centered, stay grounded, and also there's a feeling here of you wanting to show your skills or show your techniques, your skills, your heart, mind, spirit, body, putting that into something. It's like you do want to do this, but there's a feeling here of not being really focused on that right now. I think you're going through a process of this death and rebirth is really intense energy. It can be very like it's releasing a lot of old stuff, and there is something new happening here, and maybe you're just taking the time to take that all in before moving forward and making any like solid choices about yeah, you're in this rest and recuperation state. So there's a lot of rest going on here. You're probably just gathering up your energy. Maybe you understand you're not like the most focused right now on it seems like there's a lot of this going on in the mind where you want to move towards something. This could be a new job, this could be a new friend group, this could be just investing yourself in something besides, but it's like, what am I going to do after this? After I release this and after this is born, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to, it's like, how am I going to bring that to others? That's what I'm getting. But at the same time, there's like a lack of focus here, and it's also a feeling like this there's not a whole lot of like balance in between the mind and actually what's happening, but that happens during the death and rebirth process too. It's like all you can focus on is what you need to leave behind and what it is, how it's making you feel, and it's taking all that in. So there's a lot going on here in your guys' reading. Whoever this is resonating with, we will get some more on this, but this is just trying to stay balanced while there's so much going on. But I also feel like it's also wanting to show your skills to others. It feels like, but there's not a moving forward towards focusing on others or collaborating or coming together. It's just like you're kind of doing like some magician work inside, as you're it's almost like, it almost feels like you're trying to mentally control this process, like this death and rebirth process, as you're going through it. And then, so everything else is kind of falling off to the side, like the focus, the connections, everything's kind of just falling into the background, including even the movement, like physically forward. It's like you're just kind of staying where you're at. I am feeling like that really cocooned energy, like there's it's just like kind of letting things just build inside the cocoon, kind of hidden away from others. But there's a lot of thinking going on about this, and that's what I am getting. So let's go ahead and get let's go down to the next level, you guys. Okay, you may be trying to figure out, like right now it feels like you're almost stuck in this like death and rebirth, like you have something you're trying to, and it could be you're trying to protect as you're going through a transformation. It's important not to let others influence that transformation or hinder the process. But there's also a lot of thinking going on about what you're going to do, or how this is even happening. This magician is like, it almost feels, it does feel magical. It feels good. It just feels like you could be staying to yourself a lot right now. We got that Son of Swords reversed, not communicating about a whole lot that's going on. With the Son of Swords coming in reverse, that's a lack of communication and a lack of taking action towards communication or the collaboration, talking to others. This is in the recent past energy like position, so it depends on where you're at. I don't like to put, because you could be anywhere in this process if this is your reading, but if this is already past, there's been a time here where you've been staying to yourself and not communicating, not really doing a lot mentally to move yourself forward. But there's a lot of, because it feels like there's a lot of physical things like leaving your life and coming into your life, and it's like this is like stuff changing around you, and it's like, whoa, I got to, you know, I got to deal with this. I'm adapting to this. I'm adapting to this. I'm adapting to this. So there's not a whole lot of like, it feels like it's just kind of left you kind of unfocused and just really not almost wanting to settle into one job or one friendship or one group or one, it's like, I'm just dealing with the changes right now. Like there's a lot of changes going on here. And there's, it feels like there could have been like a lack of communication or a rough time getting through some mental obstacles about this death and rebirth, about this something being not there and then something being there in its place, or vice versa. You're waiting for that thing to come into, but there's just like a lack of oh, I hate that word lack, but it's just like, it feels like the focus, and it's just it hasn't been there, and maybe now you're at a point where you're feeling this, you're feeling like this, like maybe you need to move towards something, and you need to focus on something, you need to be more adaptable, and you need to be more or that's where all this has led you, this like cocoon energy, if you've been there and now you're in this. Let's see what's here. Oh wow, a lot of swords, you guys, a lot of head stuff going on here. The Malika of Swords, this is like the Queen of Swords, you guys. She also came out reversed. This feels like some really hard mental energy. And then we got the 3, the Empress, coming in. This is good. So it's like you're trying to get to a place here where you feel, this is the mother of the tarot. The Empress is accepting, loving, unconditionally accepting. She nurtures, she grows things around her, she puts everything she has into it. There's been a lot of hesitation about nurturing these relationships, friendships, investing yourself, maybe in work, friendships, relationships, hard time focusing on, I'm feeling like a lack of mental focus on this energy, which is coming in if this is your reading. But there's been like this feeling, there's this feeling of staying stuck in the head, and it's like creating like this confusion and not allowing you to focus on putting yourself into something or investing yourself into something fully. Wow, it's just like I wanted to pull another card, so we're going to, and it's the 7, the Chariot. Yeah, it's like you had to get your mind, and this is Chariot. This is getting your mind and heart on board in the same place to move forward. And that could be very well what you've been struggling with. And this could be, as far as this death and rebirth, is how you, and this is coming in under the death and rebirth card, and it was reversed. And I always look at this Son of Swords, which is like, to me, it's the Knight of Swords. It's the way we get through mental obstacles. It's the way we approach our confusions, difficulties, especially in the mind space. And the Queen came in reversed, and this is complete this can be coldness, detachment. This is not dealing with any of that. It's completely I want to say ignoring it, cutting it out, cutting out the need to deal with the obstacles or the mental stuff. Like you could now let's see what's on the bottom here. The 4 of Swords, once again, lots of rest, lots of recuperation. You could be sleeping a lot. There's a lot of feeling of being in bed a lot, sleeping a lot, tired, going through and looking at the mental process of how you approach obstacles and conflicts with other people, because we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups here reversed, and how this friction or this disconnect, how you can, and you're thinking, how can I use my tools differently? Before I enter something, before I get into something, this is kind of what I feel like is transforming here, is the way you approach groups, situations. This could be work, this could be friends, like I said. This could be a multitude of things, but I am feeling like you're really needing to focus right now and be really adaptable to the process of what's happening here, because there's something here that you're looking at and going, okay, how can I mentally deal with these people, this group, this job, this whatever, differently. But there still seems to be like a feeling of knowing that you're not focusing it feels like you're not focusing on exactly what's going on in the mind. It feels like you're focusing on some other things here. It feels like there's a lot going on. Like it could be actual like physical things going on around you that you're focused on, instead of like the process of what's kind of trying to happen in the mind space, is what I'm getting. Whew. It's a little, okay. It's really important right now with both these 2s, adaptability, and this 2 of Wands, which is this focus and direction, to know what it is you want to contribute to and be balanced in doing so. But you could be like kind of holding yourself back from, and I don't think it's a purposeful thing. I think what's happening is there's a lot going on, and it's keeping you away from being able to like fully see and understand like what's trying to happen here, with your the mindset of needing to, it's feeling like, come into a place where you are more allowing and open, because the Empress is very open, and she's open to whatever. You could be trying to control what is growing in your garden instead of allowing. The Malika Swords, the Queen of Swords, she'll cut everything out, everything and anything. But in reverse, it doesn't mean she's necessarily thinking clearly about that. It could be impulsive, especially with the Son of Swords here. It could be impulsive movement. And you could have just completely, it just feels like some confusion here. We got the Magician's Sword here in between the Son of Swords and the Malika Swords. And it's coming in as, like there's been, okay, so this is about using your, like having confidence in your mindset, in your communication. And it does seem to be either, and you'll know where you're at in this, Sagittarius, but it's either saying, you're feeling not confident about the way you've communicated, maybe handled mental obstacles, or you're feeling very confident in it. Either way, we will get more on that, but it's like there's a feeling here of needing to have more confidence, and that is the Empress too, is becoming confident with the choice to, and this is always She doesn't, she allows things to be birthed the way they're going to be birthed and happen. And then we got the netcaster again. Who had this? Leo, I think, had this. Preparations come to fruition. So very interesting. There is something here manifesting under the Magician. Something here about, this could be something you're trying to grow, trying to nurture, you want to invest in, you want to be a part of, or you want it to be a part of you. And it is happening, but it feels like you gotta, with this netcaster, it's like, one, staying focused on what you are trying to catch in your life, staying focused on what is coming in for you, and being ready to catch those opportunities and catch, catch those opportunities. And that's what I'm getting. I think there is an opportunity definitely coming in to invest yourself in something. There is a need to focus right now. On the bottom, we got the Root Girl, which is the disowned self. And you could be really, really trying to catch that, trying to catch the part of you. And this is part of the death and transformation too. It's like recognizing there's a part of you that hasn't been birthed yet. And that's what I feel like you could be working on a deeper level. But this is how it could be affecting your relationships and your contributions to work, groups, clubs, stuff like that. Could be really pulling away, not focusing on, there's a need to coming in here, there's a need to pay attention to what's coming your way, so that you can kind of feel this openness. That's what I'm getting from the Empress today in your guys' reading, is an openness to receive. She's very feminine energy. She's there receiving. She's not doing. She's receiving, and she's letting things come into her. That could be part of this Four of Swords too. It's a healing process also. So when we're in the Four of Swords, we are resting, we are recuperating, and we're allowing our angels and we're allowing the divine to come in and heal us. And it humbles us too, and it brings us back to ourself. It brings us back to that part of ourself that is held on to through all of our battles, all of our traumas. Because, I always get that, like, post-traumatic stress disorder with the Four of Swords. It's like, after the war, there's just all these thoughts, and there's usually, like, in the original, there's like 3 swords above the man laying on the bed, and he's laying on the 1 sword, right? So that's 4 swords. The 3 swords above him are the 3 swords, like the 3 of Swords. Broken heart, lessons maybe not learned if they're still hurting, or lessons learned. Stuff he's trying to learn from, trying to see differently. But then there's this 1 sword he's laying on, and to me, that's the truth that he's human, he's in a healing process, and he needs to rely on others. You may not be relying on others to help with a healing process or a transformation. You may be really trying to do this kind of on your own. Maybe go through some mental obstacles, some mental things, and it could be asking you to accept too any incoming help or anything that is there for you. This is just feeling like there's not a lot of movement towards putting yourself into that part of this either, even though that feels like what this is about, because there's a lot of swords here. So we are going to read the Magician's Sword, and we are going to read the Netcaster, but I am going to get 2 of these. We're going to get one right under the Magician's Sword, which is right under the Death card, and this 3 of Cups, which was reversed. So there could be a lot of transformations happening in your relationships, in your world, like physical world right now. And that's what it is. It's in the earth element. So that means there's a lot of changes happening, like in your earth matters. Like your job, you could be switching jobs, you could be switching homes, you could be switching whole complete groups of people, friends, community, support, stuff like that. We got memories, the Magician's Sword. So part of this, okay, getting that, okay. Coming in under the Magician's Sword in this death and rebirth is memories, okay. There's some memories here, I feel like. Maybe some good, maybe some more not so good. that you're releasing, and therefore you're letting some old memories die here. And these could be connected to your journey, the people that have been on this journey with you. There's a feeling here of needing to, and these obstacles, or obstacles in the mind could, and if this is your reading, have to do with memories, and having confidence in your ability and your tools to be able to cut out, let die things that don't serve you, memories that don't serve you, and keep ones that do. This is something strong with memories, and it has something to do with other people, but there's like a lack of like focus, because there's something coming in here. So I think it's not for a lack of focusing, but maybe it's just asking you to really focus right now and really stay adaptable and flexible as something is coming in to help you realize and see this, the Empress energy. The Empress is one of my, she's wonderful. Under the Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Choice. There's going to be some kind of choice to pay attention to something here, or put your energy towards something here. This is coming in under the Page of Earth, you guys, the Magician. There is a choice here to use your tools to maybe contribute or collaborate with others, move towards something that maybe you aren't focusing on, because there's a lot going on here in your mind. There's all sorts over here. We got the Queen of Swords, we got the Son of Swords, we got the Magician's Sword, and we got memories. So there's tons here trying to be released and trying to die. These are a lot of mental things, mental obstacles, mental stuff, so that something new here can come into your net, come into your garden. This could literally be, and you know, there is a lot of this birthing energy. This is could be a new project, new people, new places. So just something new trying to happen here in your life that's abundant and feels good. And it's like really asking you to focus on the choices you make coming in here, especially here between the full, like I said, the new moon we just had and the full moon coming in is what I'm getting. Oh, nice. And then on the bottom we got 44. I have been seeing tons and tons and tons of double angel numbers the last 5 days, and this says eternity, and we may read that, and it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and get the one center card down here. Yeah, so there's definitely a choice coming in here, and I think what this reading specifically is saying is to focus on how you use this Queen of Swords energy right now. And it says you have the power to make yourself better. You know, it's using your mind over matter, mind over to get through some. It's like there is something here you're struggling with, I feel like, Sagittarius, but you have the power to make yourself better. You have the power to use your sword, your mind, which is your air energy, your communication, your analytical thinking, your logical thinking, all the thinking, all the mind stuff. You have the power to use that in regards to your memories and your rebirth, your death and rebirth. And you probably are still in this process with this moon energy coming through really strong, feeling like it was between like the new and the full moon coming up here at the end of August. So you still have probably a couple weeks to really, really try to focus your energy on making yourself better. The way you detach, and this is what I'm getting from this Queen of Swords. It's like detaching from this process. There's something happening here, a process happening here, something trying to die so that something new can be caught in your life and birthed into your life and accepted into your life in a really, really nurturing, wonderful way. So that's what I'm getting there. So let's go ahead and read the Magician's Sword and the Netcaster, okay? Really nice. So this is what's happening kind of behind the scenes, is there's a choice about some memories, a choice. And it's like, which memories are you going to allow or keep in your net? What are keepers and what are releasers? That's what I'm getting. Like when you go fishing, it's like, this is a keeper, this is a releaser. There's something here, a process going on in the mind about, you know, what to communicate, what to think. There's a lot of, and this is especially about groups of people or more than one person maybe. This has to do with multiple but we had that Three of Cups and that Three of Pentacles. So it's not like the Three of Swords. It's like, except for that Four of Swords that's coming in, it's like there's all this mental energy about like what you've been through and what you're healing from. And it's kind of saying, you know, you have the power right now to make yourself better. I feel like you have to really utilize this Queen. This is receiving too, even though she is one of what I feel is one of the more active queens, because she's very protective too. This can be overprotective. You could be being overprotective of this process. Maybe not sharing, not allowing help into the process. This is. But maybe it's because you know you have the power to make yourself better. You know you have the power to, and the Magician's here too, so you know you have the power to use these tools to bring yourself into something in a different way. I think that's just what's happening. This feels like really transformative. There's a lot of potential here. But it depends on where you focus, how you focus, and what you're focusing on, as there is some stuff coming through here that you'll have a choice to either let go of or release or keep. And I feel like this is where this is leading you to the Empress. It's like, I always say the Emperor is the one that always tries to take everything out of the garden and rip up all the weeds. And he has a lot of judgments, and he's very, and it's not always bad, you know, he's doing it for his kingdom, his if he's a good Empress or Emperor. The Empress just allows. She loves everything that's there. There's no control about it. She doesn't feel the need to control everything. She just kind of lets things grow and become what they're supposed to become, because she knows everything serves a purpose. Every memory, every obstacle, every transformation, everything serves a purpose. Even yeah, it just feels like there's not a lot of focus on this process right now. That's what I want to say, Sagittarius, is there's something here trying to tell you that you have the power to make yourself better, and you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make with this Magician's sword, and use that Magician energy to make a very important choice for what you are trying to catch in your life, and what you want to catch in your life, and how you want that, how you are seeing that coming in, being in your life. That's what I'm getting. This is strange, but let's go to the Magician's sword, 37. Confidence in your magic, and nothing can stop you. The beauty you seek. It's like, under that is the memories, and this death and rebirth. It's like you're really trying hard here. There's a lot of mental stuff here you're trying to make beautiful, right? It's like, it says, when the Magician's sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs. Some kind of thought forms or beliefs around a group, a situation, friendships maybe, memories about maybe old friendships, people you were collaborating with, or people you are wanting to work with or have worked with. Just people. I'm getting like lots of people in general. But it's feeling like it's saying, you know, it's asking you to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek, or the goal you desire with all your heart. There is something here I feel like you do want with your heart, but it's like it's asking you to focus on the mental process of getting this, or healing, so that this can, so that new things can be born. So you, there's not a closedness to new stuff coming in here. That's what I'm getting. The sword is a tool, not a weapon. Yes, and it's like using your weapon as a tool. Why did I say using your weapon as a tool? Using your sword as a tool, not a weapon. Is that what? Yes, it's your sword, your mind. So, and that is what I was getting with the Son of Swords coming in reversed. I don't like to say that. Don't kill the messenger, you guys. But Queen of Swords, Son of Swords reversed. That's really mentally aggressive energy, and it can be very cold and detached, like I said. But this is about using the mind to make things, to heal things, not make it like, not to put, it's almost like, not to cut, like, there's just something here that's been really, really sharp. or you need to focus on something being sharper in the mind, about having some kind of power over your memories, over your choices. This is these 3 cards on the bottom. This layout I've been doing is all this is like the surface, the scene stuff. This middle stuff is the stuff that's kind of bridging that's kind of upper stuff with this behind the scenes stuff. The behind the scenes stuff is the memories and the choice, and you have the power to make yourself better. So there is something here that you there's a process here happening. It's a tool, not a weapon. So make sure you wield it wisely and for the greater good. And that is what I get with the Emperor and the Empress. And also the man in the 4 of Swords, which I've seen twice in your guys' reading, where he's laying on his sword. It's like all these other swords were like swords that he's had to deal with, other obstacles, the memory of being through the battle. And now he's healing it, and he's still keeping this one sword of truth. And the sword that he knows now, after going through battle, he only wants to use for his protection. And that's it. Not to hurt people, not to go back into battle with people, but just as his, the truth that he's supported, divinely supported for one. And that if he has it, he needs it, but he's laying on it. It's kind of like, there's so much I get with the 4 of Swords, you guys. It's like when we've realized we've let so much, especially mental stuff, other people's mental stuff, our mental stuff, get to us. Make us maybe even fight for things that we don't believe in. Make us go to war for things maybe we don't feel in our heart. We have to really go through that reevaluation of like what really matters to us, especially after we made it through. If you've ever been in a dark, depressive state, and you've thought really dark thoughts and come back and feel alive and like, I'm never thinking like that again. Like, I deserve to be here. That's the truth. Love for yourself and love for your journey and all of your lessons is the truth. And that's the only truth that matters. It's really powerful. The 4 of Swords has been, I've been getting a lot on the 4 of Swords, and I've been doing this a long time, but I always get new information and new stuff from just my thought processes and stuff about, and the 4 of Swords has been a profound energy that's been, I've been finding myself talking about. It says you have a large endowment of magic available. Oh, and it says find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. It's really saying to allow your mind right now. Maybe you're trying to, and I was feeling that at the beginning, like there's a big feeling of wanting to control this process, this transformation, this death and rebirth, and it's happening in the mind, whatever this is, and it's happening around memories and choices and what you're going to keep in your net and what you're going to release back to the sea, back to the void. I've been feeling this collectively too, you guys. Like, this is a real big energy right now. You have to decide. You have the power to make yourself better. What persons, locations, or faulty thoughts or beliefs do you need to unstick yourself from? You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles, but don't look to the heavens to grant your wish. Look within. That is this. And this is a totally different card, you guys. It's saying you might be only relying on the angels and stuff to help you right now, but it's saying you have to kind of focus on this process, and you have to stay balanced and focused through this process, because this is something happening within your mind that's happening, a transformation in the mind. That's what I'm feeling. This is interesting. But don't look to the heavens to grant your wish. Look within. Use the magician's sword to cut through limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. And remember that all beliefs are limiting. So anything you believe, this takes me back to that, believe only 50% of what other people say and only 10% of what you say or what you think. Yeah, like only 50% of what other people think and 10% of what you think. Yeah, it's just very interesting. It says, and remember that all beliefs are limiting. So any belief, it's like re-going through those beliefs, those thoughts, those processes, the way you approach them, the way you handle those thoughts. That's what I'm getting. And those beliefs that limit you. Focus your intention in order to create what you wish for. And there is creation happening here. There is something you want to create. But it's saying, and it says it loud and clear, focus your intention in order to create what you wish. What you wish, what you want in your world, what you want in your garden, what you want in your net. There's a choice to make, to focus on what you want in your garden right now. And I'm feeling this as like a mind garden too. Like this is coming through in the mind. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources you have. When the magician's sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation. This isn't a, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, or back and forth, or not being able to focus your energy. It's time to put your mind to work on what it is you really, really, really want in your life, in your mind, in your heart. Because our minds, what is happening in our mind, it creates our perception. It creates our reality. So this is really important. I feel like that's the tool that this magician energy is working with in this reading. So when it says, for this is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with the wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate, act. Basically, that's what that's saying is it's alive. The sword is alive. It's not just a tool to look at how pretty it is or how sharp it is or, how it interacts with you. Your own mind interacts with you. We have a whole dialogue going on in our own mind, and it's really asking you to summon your own mind to this thought process and focus on what it's saying and the whole dialogue, the whole dynamic going on in the mind space. That's what I'm getting, Sagittarius. So let's go to the netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. Yeah. So it's healing whatever this Malika, this Queen of Swords reverse. So there's definitely something here. You have the power in your mind to make better about, and it's something about focusing and being adaptable and more like, no matter what's going on around you, staying balanced and focused on what it is you want in your life. The netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish. They have arrived. Now, this is the energy coming in, or maybe you are at this point in the process. It could be anywhere, here, there, or there. Like, it's kind of where are you at in this? And it says you stop praying for the fish. They have arrived. And it's time that you cast your net, lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach, but it has been long since your prayers were answered, that you have forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. Put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart to rewards beyond measure. Cast your net. Catch whatever this is. There's some kind of transformation here happening. There's some kind of happiness available to you, and some kind of peace in your mind available to you. And you could be telling yourself, like, that something, like maybe even something outside of yourself is more important than what's happening, but there's something really good coming in or happening right now that you've wished for. Like, it's all there. Like, you're very abundant. There's a feeling here of having it, like, all, but maybe not seeing it. There's just some kind of focusing needing done here. Take the next step that you have been planning for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars were positioned for success. I do feel like this is going to be, with this moon and the death and rebirth card, it's feeling like towards the end of the month, something really, a choice, that you can make a really big choice. It's right there. There's something there for you. It could be a thought that swims through. It could be an actual physical thing that comes through that you need to allow, maybe accept, nurture. It has something to do with making a choice here. The only one who can spoil the perfection of the moment is you. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawlessness of the now. Yeah, something to just not question or doubt if something good is coming in. And it's like, even, I don't know, that just feels like, you could have a choice to maybe put yourself into something, or invest yourself in, or nurture something, or be present to catch something here. And you may just not do it because there's this feeling of not thinking. Actually, it's not even, it's like just a lack of focus on what it is that's trying to happen here in your life right now, Sagittarius. Whatever this is, feels like just huge transformation in the mind. It feels like huge blessings coming in. If you focus and do the work and make yourself better as far as this focus and adaptability go, and really be mindful of this transformation that's happening right now. This, especially between the new moon and the full moon that we've had, like this could be a really intense time period for you guys. I am feeling that. The netcaster also arrives to bring you bad news, or it can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you that you have been snared in someone's trap and must wriggle free. Right now, it feels comfortable enough. Even as the net begins to tighten around you, do not wait until it is suffocating you before realizing you must escape and run for your life. It is still early enough to exit gracefully. So if you are in some kind of relationship, I'm not really getting that with your guys' reading, but if you are in some kind of relationship where you're feeling trapped or snared, this actually, I'm feeling more like it could be like paranoia if that's the case, because there's so much mental energy going on here around memories and needing to use your sword correctly. So if that's the case, I would reevaluate how you're thinking about things right now. That's what I'm getting if that's the case. But it says, bide your time until all conditions are right. Go to the place of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now, you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. So to sit there peacefully, allowing, I feel like the action that's being asked for you to take is to focus. Focus on this transformation. Focus on making yourself better, and making a choice in regard to how you're using your mind and with these memories, and going through like any obstacles that involve any past battles. That's with the Four of Swords coming out twice. That is a strong energy in this reading. So let's go ahead and go to read the 11, the memories, and the 18, the choice. I love that. Okay, so this is the Blue Angel Oracle, guys. This is a really nice oracle, and they're relatively short. Healing. This is all about healing, you guys. Healing the mind, healing the thoughts, healing it. Welcome to a time of deep reflection and healing. This could be what you're coming out of now. Now that we're getting closer to the full moon, I feel like this could be where you're kind of coming out of now, is this mental obstacles, trying to transform the way you're thinking, how you're using your mind, taking some time to deeply reflect. But now there's something here it's asking you to focus on. And this could be this process and what it is that's coming in for you, or it's interesting because it's like already here, whatever it is. It's just you need to focus on it. That's what I'm getting. It says, let go, relax, and be grateful for the many blessings in your life. Over the coming days, you may find yourself reflecting on the past. Allow these memories to surface like precious jewels in an ocean of light. Now, this is the angelic, behind-the-scenes guidance to your guys' reading. The deep, deep stuff, the spiritual stuff, what's trying to happen angelically or spiritually for you guys. And this is kind of all the how it's manifesting, and this is kind of the root. So this is really important stuff, this part of the reading. So if you've stuck around for this whole reading, good, because this is where I feel like these readings, this layout I've been doing has really been coming through. And it's saying, you may find yourself reflecting on the past. Allow these memories to surface like precious jewels in an ocean of light as you revisit times of sorrow, laughter, pain, joy, family, friends, and loved ones. That is that 3 of Cups 2, and it was reversed. So there may be some memories, good times, bad times, all these memories with groups or situations, and it's really asking you it's going through a transformative healing time in the mind about how we perceive our past and how our minds actually function now today because of that, those 3 swords that linger above our minds after battle. That's what I get. I get that. Allow these memories to surface. And it says, You hold precious moments in your heart, pearlescent drops of joy and sadness that flow like blessed summer rains. Life is a gift. Every moment is a miracle. And that is the Four Swords too. He's laying there and he's realizing it's a miracle. He's alive. It's a miracle. He's here. He's been through all this and he doesn't need all those swords anymore. He's just going to be grateful for the one he needs. And that's his truth. The truth of the battle, the truth of his healing, the truth that he's protected and alive, and his gratitude, his being grateful to be here too. That's another message I'm getting. It says the light and love we hold in our hearts. It says life is a gift, every moment a miracle. The light and love we each hold in our hearts are part of our eternal story. As you spiritually connect with those you love and all who have been a part of your journey, be reminded that all on earth may come and go, but love is forever present. Life is constantly changing, but its core essence remains the same. True love never changes. It just grows stronger as all drifts back to its eternal glow. You are forever in my heart, a memory that fills me with a rainbow light. I love that. All right, let's go over to the choice. My many truths, the choice of which truths you're going to hold on to, especially this sword, that one sword. What sword are you going to hold on to? What sword are you going to lay on and heal in? These above you or the one, and which one is it you're going to keep? Which one is it you're going to keep? This is so strong and profound. Many truths. An important decision is to be made, and you are worried that you might make the wrong one. There are several choices, but none offer you a guarantee. I was feeling that, like you want to control the way maybe you take yourself into something or put yourself into something or what happens in a situation, and or what you catch in your net. It's just like focusing on the net to catch what's there for you. That's what I'm feeling, and there is a choice here, though, on what to release and I let go of and keep. It says there's several choices, but none offer you a guarantee which is the right one. The truth is there are no right or wrong options. One is not necessarily better than the others. What you decide is irrelevant compared to why you decide it. Which would give you greater fulfillment? This is interesting. It's saying, what do you decide is irrelevant compared to why you decide it. So it's that intention. It's focusing on the intention. That's what I'm getting. It's not about the choice you make. It's about the intention behind making that choice. Is it coming from, what is it coming from? Where is it coming from? And have you thought about, are you using the sword as a weapon or as a tool? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. And this can be a weapon or a tool against others or yourself, Sagittarius. We can self-sabotage, or we can make things much, much better by the way we think. The way we gain our own clarity with that dynamic I was talking about in our own minds. It makes a big difference. It says, which would bring you greater fulfillment? Which is likely to bring greater joy? So it's taking those choices and it's asking you a couple things during this choice coming in, or maybe you're facing this right now. This is coming, like something here is coming to the surface, wanting to be a part of your life. Feels like, just staying focused on what's there, what you can learn from, what you can take from a situation. And the choices you make are very important right now for you, because there's something here, a choice that is asking you to look at the intention behind the choice you're making, and also asking you what is going to fulfill you greater, what's going to make you feel better, what's going to bring more joy into your life. The choice that brings more joy into your life is the choice that's probably the more beneficial one, rather than the choice that's just going to bring not joy into your life. That's what I'm getting. Let go of what you think you should do and take a leap of faith. Don't fear the unknown, for it can be full of exciting possibilities. Remember, it is better to have tried and failed than never to have tried. Many successful people will tell you that they failed so many times before they succeeded. Yet they tried and tried again. Give yourself the best chance of success by choosing that which you love. Asking the question is as important as receiving the answer. Asking yourself the right questions will lead you to the more beneficial answers for yourself. That is what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get a couple little words here. Legacy. Pleasures are transient. Honor is immortal. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Partaking of available boons, blessings, favors, gratification of desire. Reassurance. Encouragement is like water to the soul. Removal of another's doubt and fears, affirmation of potential. So remembering that you have the potential to create something here that is forever. And there is I feel like good stuff coming in here. But it's requiring that you can still continue to contribute to something that you find valuable. And the value persists beyond its creator. Enduring contribution. Continuing to do the work beyond, like this could be doing the work on this transformation, or this could be working towards a goal or collaboration or work or friendships or whatever. Indulgence. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Partaking of available boons, blessings, or favors. It's like long-term understanding over short-term gratification. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. Partaking of available boons, blessings, or favors, gratification of desire. Asking yourself those intentions, and it feels like there is an encouraging message here to remove doubts and fears and know that you have the potential and you have the power to make something better here that may not feel great, but we are going to get a Cali card. I love these as a closing message. And she's been coming in a minute. So it's Bagalamukhi. Very warrior-like. And it says she arrests the flow of negativity. Yes, it's like releasing some negativity. Particularly that of our own making. I was feeling that. Like this is all like mind stuff trying to transform within your mind that could be negative thinking, making the choice to kind of move in a more positive mental direction. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which can create true happiness. Something karmic here. Maybe something it's a lesson you've came to learn. Maybe you know this deep in your heart, in your soul. There's something huge happening here. A new part of yourself being recognized or born. You got to see this. You got to catch this in your net here. And there's something definitely here coming into, you're going to have a choice, and it's going to help you invest yourself in something more adaptable, balanced, and healing. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of good fortune is predicted. Good things coming in, protected as you go through this transformation. Because as I was saying, that cocoon energy I was getting, the divine always protects us from other people's crap when we're going through transformation. It protects that part of you that's trying to transform your mind, most of all, giving you that peace of mind and that protection, because that's what I'm getting here in your guys' reading. So let's just take a quick peek. We got that root girl, the disowned self, something here you may be recognizing that you came here to learn, or you're learning. Be like your spirit guide. You could have a guide here trying to say, hey, do this, or surrender to this, or surrender obsessive thinking on the bottom of this. And let's just get one of these real quick too. Surrender procrastination. It did say the time is now to make something better here. Possibly whenever I get this like bridge or ladder energy, I'm like, it's like to me taking the high road, taking the higher way of thinking instead of it's like moving up in the way you're thinking. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And surrender to inner peace. Okay, Sagittarius? All right. And get plenty of rest, recuperation, and let the divine, let your guide come in, help heal you, so that and kind of just be mindful of where you're trying to be led here and guided by your spirit guides. I am getting that. That's really nice. I want to read this short little eternity card too. This is way longer than I looked up, and it was 111. 111. It's just been the immortal present. This life that projects you forward is also the eternal life that folds back within itself endlessly, time and time again. Your life unfolds within itself in an endless cycle. The future is inside you, waiting to appear. It lives alongside this present moment. You will never have more or less than in the present. All you are, all you have ever been, and all you will ever be is already here. It exists within you. This card reminds you to focus on the present, for here there is everything. The magic of creation is now. I am getting that. This is beautiful. I'm glad I chose to read this. Because the past, even the future, isn't what matters. Right now, what matters is this process that's happening and focusing on the present moment. Every little opportunity you have to heal, to make yourself better, to change some kind of something going on here. Something trying to transform, something trying to be let go of, and something new trying to come in here. It says you are an ocean of light unfolding through time. This is your story. Eternity is your destiny waiting to be filled. I love that. It's all right here, right now. Just embrace it right now, Sagittarius. This transformation seems very, very important and transformative, especially when it comes to the mind and your choices and the ability to move through obstacles with that kind of knowing which sword you need to embrace and hold on to, and the ones you need to release and let go of. What you want to release and let go of, the netcaster. What you want to grow in your garden, what you are allowing in there, what you're allowing into your... It's like, and it's something good coming in here, allowing something good to grow here, something good to be transformed. Yeah, so Sagittarius, that is your guys' reading. Oh, sorry. And I hope it helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys just coming, watching your reading. I appreciate your guys' support. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.